because I mean, I got stuff marked in the Bible. I just go through precepts and y'all got it. I mean, Shalom, shalom. The Hebrew Israelites coming out here day in and day out, prophesy the downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and uplifting of our people concerning the elect under the spirit, in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, the hopeful elect, shalom, blessings. Gonna give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahmadash.
Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahushai, double honor to the apostle of Bishop of Millstone. Salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect all across the world. To see our brothers holding it down. You know, we're gonna get right into it. Got special guests here. So they're gonna be tuning in. Good spirited brothers, so we're just gonna go ahead and get it started, man. It's gonna be called the Eyed Harlot, talking about America, going into a little bit of Illuminati, you know, and all the things that set up, you know, dollar. I might show that. Anybody got one. Also some notes, so yeah, basically the Eyed Harlot, you know, representing the Illuminati, the nightmare, Lucifer. We'll get into that scripture like it says on the left hand side. They are the children of darkness, but they represent a light on the evil side, which it talks about the light of the wicked shall be put out. So they had those fashionable things set up on the earth to deceive our people, keep our people in darkness, you know, with frequencies and all that stuff. The symbolism, the first picture. Go to the Luke 11:34. Because they get these from the scriptures. That's how you know the Most High set them up. Because they model after the Bible. So they got no fire to say. You know, it's not that so much the single eye is evil, but it's how they represent it. You know, what they do behind closed doors with that. So, and if anybody can come to the dollar,
This is Luke. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 34. And it reads, the light of the body is the eye.
Yeah, the light of the body is the eye, and it's kind of like they're saying the eye is the window to the soul. You know, so this is how we live. We Most High set us up on the earth to see things. There's a thing called spiritual eyes too. You know, so we'll get into that a little bit.
Therefore, when thine eye is single,
See, that eye is single. Go ahead.
thy whole body also is full of light.
It's full of light. Go ahead.
But when thine eye is evil, thy body is also full, or thy body also is full of darkness.
Full of darkness. So there's nothing wrong with keeping your eyes single. You know, and it's almost like I'm gonna set some. If y'all want to tap in and set some analogies of like when you look through a peephole, you look through one, you got it's one eye, you know, so you could get clear vision or a telescope or something. It's usually like a so small as one eye, you know, and that's how they key in on the left hand side. That's how they key in on us with the satellites and the representation of the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye, going back to Horus and Egyptology stuff.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Red view, red eye view, eagle eye view, bird's eye view of the world, and that's how they trying to scope on us. Even with the drones, they call birds on the left hand side. So the Most High got his right hand side soldiers, his right hand side his representation. It says his eyes on the central kingdom. He got an army, he got his angels, you know, working on the right hand side. So it's a war. But, you know, even with this, you know, the all-seeing eye, you probably can't see it, but it's a dollar bill with eye, that triangle, which is a pyramid going back to, like you said, Egypt. And that all, and it has Novus Superium Order, and Novus Order Superium, which is their New World Order, New World of Ages. That's what they're trying to set up. And then the all-seeing eye, which is the eye of what birds and all them, and it's lit up. You can see it's illuminated. So they're the Illuminati. And people used to think Illuminati was fake. Conspiracy, they find out it's real. They make sacrifices in the industry. It's really real, man. So that's what they on the left hand side they feel as the Illuminati. The Illuminati mean light bearers or the illuminated ones. But Most High got his illuminated ones, the righteous, which are light bearers under Yahweh Shai. He's the light. He says that he's the light in the scripture. Yahweh Shai. Is there any more on that?
No.
Yeah, what did he say?
It just said keep thy eyes single.
Yeah, it's like keep thy eyes single. Go ahead.
This is verse 35.
So
Yeah, that was
ready?
it. Yeah, that was it.
Keep thy eye single. So basically, keep on the righteous path. Keep on that single eye. You know what I'm saying? And the things you take in. Even in the Matrix, it said, remember the part where he said, why are my eyes hurt? He said, you never use them. You know, because we got spiritual eyes, and that's why people don't understand. Spiritual insight, spiritual riches. And even our women don't see that. They be thinking like we just talking and all that. No. Most High got a thing called spiritual eyes, spiritual body, spiritual riches. On the left hand side, you got spiritual riches that's in high places.
Talk about rock. You look through that looking glass. You look through that looking glass. His wickedness can't be wiped away, man. That's how wicked he is.
I looked up a sign of a blue call and it said, you can peek out, but the people that's outside can't see you. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody that, let's say you having a gathering and all that, somebody knocking on the door, every door has a peephole, so you're going to see who it is before you open the door. So, you're not going to let anybody in. And that's why people have done let America in before they know what America's about. So, like, you can't just let it. You got people like, oh, shit, that's the cop. You got to make sure your shit is in order. You ain't got nothing. That's how you're supposed to be circumspect in America. People in America.
What's it? That's Esau. Tuck your chain, Jake.
Yeah, chain. We can go a couple of them. Proverbs 23.
Go ahead, up. You want to read it? Proverbs 23:6. Go ahead, up.
They don't know who's inside. I mean, they know you're inside, but they don't know what you got. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's why he got drones and cameras. There's cameras everywhere, man.
Trump was talking about, he said you get a better look under the skin. That's what he was saying about that 16. They said finally there. Yeah.
And then even when they put everything on the microscope, like I said, you got looking into your body, the guts, the teeth. Come on, man. You don't have to do all that. The spirit shows itself.
Proverbs 23:6 says, eat thou bread, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye.
So you ain't supposed to eat what he saw, man. You got an evil eye trying to trap you in, And they sit at your dinner table, but when they leave, they be like, all right, you niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about us like that, man. These other groups trying to say Esau, they came out, man. They really paid off to destroy Israel.
They're looking at the natives. You got that Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This time you ever stop now? They got action going on. That was the whole point. They came in to scope it out.
Yeah. They came in, yeah.
They got this.
Yeah.
They do
know when they relax and drinking, they's like, we're gonna attack them when they all drunk. That's the time they drinking all that. It's easy for Jake. But Jake drink every weekend.
That's why you know what I'm saying? That's how Troy felt. They got real drunk that night, and then they came out that little gift they gave them, and it destroyed the whole city, man. You know? Yeah. Yeah, it's a count to the scriptures. That's what happened with Belshazzar. They was real drunk that night after they seen them writing on the wall. But they came to fall and they got drunk after that, man. And they pulled up on their ass, man.
And see, but what do you need? He needed a spiritual eye. So they called Daniel, which is the holy God. So they got to be looking at us, man. They got to be looking at the apostles, elders, bishops, down, because they got to keep a perspective on everything that's happening on earth. So they know about it. Like you said, that would be wise to not know about it.
Yeah, it said it make them do something crazy. So it's like they definitely watching us, but they trying to find out how to get us.
He got monitors in the comments that he need putting everything down. You on the black list, the red list, you on all these kind of lists. Go ahead. Yeah.
They be putting them on them little when they got construction. They'll put them in the yellow cones too. They'll put them in the yellow cones so you don't think you ain't not know that.
And that little white little thing, that little blue face like a robot.
Yeah.
That's the look.
Give me connection to that evil eye, man.
And I looked up with a satellite. They said like 1,000 miles you can look like, so they can read license plates. They can read that's what they say. And they doing more than that Jake. People learn they doing more than just hanging around like police posted up. That's just his bully squad. His bully squad.
Now, not the red of him that has the evil eye.
Yeah, you saw having evil eye. Even 2/3, that's why we can't really chill with our family like that. But it's mainly Esau, the man with the evil eye. It said, what did he say? He said, my father that is going to die. Esau said that I will pursue my brother Jacob. You know, the spirit of Cain slew Abel. They still got the, they look into these things like, man, they plotting. As soon as
I get my opening, I'm gonna take a shot.
What did it say even about Jerusalem? As soon as they get taken down, all these men, she's still like she's good against her God. Let's get her, taking advantage and spoiling her.
Hey, like I said, that's always been Esau's, tactic, strategy, to get at Jake. They don't come down on their own people, but predominantly they target Jake, say that in scripture. But they always they try to play their role like they, like that right here, the Samaritan, and civic dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Out of nowhere, knock on the door. That's why I say you got to look at the people on Jehovah's Witness. But now we'll deal with them like, open up. Now, you deal with them on like, we got to open some scriptures. They don't. Yeah, they don't come back to your open mouth.
They'll never come back.
Spiritual warfare, man.
So it's like, and what it says, ain't nothing new under the sun. So they the same old time. That's how we know what they do.
Yeah, but some of them they've been looking so like you said, like some of them be looking like when we was at the laundromat the other day. Remember the ones that came up to us? Yeah. Some of them came up to us and they was trying to talk to us, but the younger one was like, we can see his pieces like, nope, don't talk to them. She tried to come up. What about that? He said, "Nah, get in the car. Get in the car. What you doing over here with these people? Get in the car."
Like a party.
Yeah, they didn't want to. Nah, you already knew because we wasn't saying that. Because sometimes you go back. Some people, they ain't gonna get it.
So what did it say? He has a great mind. Go to and fro. Seeking, man. He's trying to seek to take our place and take our seat.
Yeah, so what it say? When you do good, if you do good, that's what they
Yep.
And he really don't want to do it. He don't want to do that. And like he said in the end, their wickedness shall be revealed. Yeah. See this time we see him before. That's why he said watch.
Watch that way.
Unless the devil have let's get a manual. We already know.
That's why. What is that? It's Isaiah. Isaiah watchman.
Now the walking is Israel is bad. We call them the warriors. But the ones that got eyes and ears that are ready to the prophets, we gonna see Esau coming. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna come in. Esau need that need darkness. Like the light is out now.
Yeah, exactly.
The light out, we can see. Esau tactics, so he ain't coming in.
But that's the scripture. It says they do it in the dark. So no man thinking, no man see.
Yeah.
Most High gonna shine it. We the lights. We the lights that's exposed. That's why they want us off. It ain't got nothing to do with these street lights. We the street lights, man.
Yep.
We the candles, man. Searching Jerusalem. Yeah, light bearers. Yeah.
They say, so this is back in Proverbs 2-3. And it says in 6, neither desire thou his dancing meats.
There's education. There's a party system. There's churches.
All these events, they always got dessert, cake, butt pies. They always trying to get Jake on something that's gonna kill him, man. Dangerous, man.
Psalm 55 and 21, when he said his words is smoother than butter.
Yeah.
And with water, he
be patient, my dear. This motherfucker goddamn pulled out the nine on you.
We see those movies anytime they show the least, they drinking shit.
Yeah, they living
with
good.
suits and kick back and plotting on the poor.
Then they went back there, somebody dead on the ground, bleeding. Then they gotta get the caution tape out like we did.
Hey, what do we always say? This life is a movie, man. And they seeking out actors to play them. When they make movies, they seek out actors to play them. Trading places, they had the Illuminati there, but those people didn't know they was the elites and shit.
Even in those movies, sometimes they put the crazy man and make it look like Jake. They try to reverse the role.
Yeah. Always do that. That was good on that, though. Okay.
It says, verse 7, but as he thinketh in his heart.
In his mind, because the heart is just something that pumps blood, organ, but the heart is the mind. That's where you get the word laboratory, thinking. Go ahead.
For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So is he. He think, and then it says the Most High is not in always their thoughts. So when they're at your dinner table, whatever, and they like, it's always going to be. They show in the movie, it's always going to be that black, white, interracial subject and shit. So what is the movie with Eddie Murphy? You people.
Like Will Smith movie, I love you to be the they don't take the rest of this. Like, they all going to be lady in. They can't figure out. It's like he saw his bad stuff
every time.
He fly wickedness,
every time.
Stab in the back, taking stuff, this mine out, this mine. We so love it to pass with people. They got to get their sense.
They do, man.
This man is not good. We got all kinds of history to show you that he's no good. That's why I look at Jake like you're retarded. And they're insane.
eat something. What happened? So the best on that guy. Let me go through. I know we bust, eat it now. Keep going. That's what the word is all about now. That's why they scared to put on. And they got all the debates going on. That's why Trump don't play. Trying to smash all the countries like you don't know where the pressure coming from. They know about your house, so they don't know how it's going to come. And they search through y'all trying to see who's with, y'all trying who's not. You want to diligent search. That's that seed right there. So we take it. We gotta see who was good.
Yeah, because the part of that we was gonna say.
I'm gonna say, when you said Jake always went on the side of him, that's like Shabbat 12, where it says sit him not next to you, before you try to seek to take your seat.
That's it. Yep, that's it. Yep.
All the way, every time. And when it says the wickedness of me, it is for me there. Paraphrase.
He be right there. Don't if you don't see it, his ass be shut like this, looking at your ass. Like,
Yeah, we gonna get to the scripture, but let's say Jake, how much invention Jake invented or discovered or something like that. You saw be like hit you in the back of the head, kill you, and take what you invented and make it seem like he discovered it. That's how that devil is.
This is Psalm chapter 56. And we start at verse 4, and it says, "In Yahweh I will praise his word.
Yeah, that's
and Yahweh I will put my trust, and I will not fear what flesh can do unto me."
Shalom to the elder in Dallas. Shalom and all you brothers in Dallas and anyone that don't come for us tuning in. Blessings. Y'all about you, my shy box, you crocodiles for the thumb.
And verse 5, and it says, "Every day they rest my word, all their thoughts are against me for evil."
Their thoughts are against the Most High for evil. You know, and what it say, we don't give praises to the Most High. These are the only names that represent righteousness in this earth. You say Jesus, they're gonna love you, man. They're gonna sit at the table with you, like you said, and y'all, they're gonna fly. You know, they set their military up. And their strength. But the Most High said you're gonna break the staff of the wicked. Go ahead.
And verse 6 right here, it says, "They gather themselves together, they hide themselves."
Hey, they gather themselves together, man. You know, like apostles, elders, and down, they have a confederacy against us. That's like the black women don't understand. Starting with the black women on down with our women, they don't understand this is against us. They separated us, divided us, and set up an army of troops against us and shit, man.
and the main one that coming at is the so-called Negroes, man, the Judites, because they the head, man.
Yeah.
And that's what they going for. They going for the head. They ain't doing no body shots, Jake.
Yeah,
they coming for the best of us.
Attack them first. Yeah.
And finish the precept, and it says, "They mark my steps when they wait for my soul."
Yep. See, they mark my steps and wait for my soul, you know. So they be looking at things. They be thinking we out there doing some shit, selling drugs on the corner. They be like, yeah, you know, they see your ass, man. As soon as you get enough money and you ain't change, you know, I'm gonna quit selling drugs. That's when they get your ass.
Rico.
Yep.
And like you said, it's like you said, they mark my steps. They got records of this. You know, they going back to your past life.
They start young. Food to prison pipeline. Yeah. They start young. Like even when you got like a little 6-year-old kid, he probably get along with the Edomite chiefs anyway. And they'll keep records and they'll follow them everywhere, no matter what school they go. They'll follow them.
That's why they got a grade system. Like, well, they'll put you in a class like executive detention and all that, and put you in a special class like you got to watch them because you don't want to learn their BS. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all the time that Jake is just acting up. It's just like, what the hell are you teaching? I don't want to learn this shit. What it got to do with my people? They see that stuff on the internet. Like this other one. All the brothers in the rock and roll. Go ahead. Somebody has something.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. People that walk
like that one because we said the people have seen that great light. You know, that great light is us. That's that word. That's the how we shine on it. And see, when you see that great light, we born in this darkness. Esau made darkness. Once you see that light, you come out of it. Now you're not afraid, not easy target like that. You gonna move this. Esau don't like that. He's real lazy. Esau like stuff easy. He like they can go sell the drugs. You know, follow that archetype. When they deviate, you follow the laws and commandments, you're gonna move different. You're gonna spend different. You're gonna be in different places. You know, you're gonna take in the club. They won't take like all together like you know, kings and beans. They wait to be easy. They can go over here in the wilderness. You know, okay, it's hard to catch. I don't like that. Now you got about fight. You know, I need to see you. You better say in school, y'all talking about school. Teacher, I need to be able to see you.
That's why all that. Remember, they used to knock on the door for the census and who's in the house and checking on it. Now they got scanners. They got they can just scan your house or whatever. So they the police ain't gonna have to do no work. They just scan you before you get out. You don't want to take Jake and shit for the rest of his life. So guess what? It's gonna be some robots out there, and drones. Patrolling.
Yeah, and it's gonna ask you. You got your MOTB, you got the RBICHIP in you.
Cause that's easy,
If
right?
you don't got it, they just gonna apprehend you. They gonna take it to the judge.
Turn it
Most
off.
of us that do, most of us that do, be taking it. It's gonna be doggone AI robots. You probably gonna come get us. That's right, man. And in that type of taking trouble, it's gonna be a terrifying time. The only ones that's gonna be protected is the police, man. So they definitely not gonna be out there. They may send some drones out there and try to get them, man. They going out there, they gonna be in the bunkers, man. They gonna be out here, man.
It was a case like sometime last summer where the James in Chicago had went and basically unalived somebody, and they literally had his from the time he left his house all the way to the time where he got. They had all of that on.
Man, all that.
And you see, it says, who can know a man's thoughts but the Most High? So for them to be trying to be like a minority report with Tom Cruise, like they trying to get you for a crime that you didn't already commit, or because you think of something, you can change your mind. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. Turn it back.
Yeah.
So what they gonna
give you the chance to do that?
You gonna be glitching or something? Like, go ahead.
They got a new movie just like that called Mercy coming up with Chris Pratt.
Okay.
This was the AI.
Yeah.
So they run that same predictive program.
Yeah.
Let you know.
That's what they call it, predicting program. You know, and Esau, let's get back to the scripture, but Esau do experiments. He'll be like, well, let's put the nigga like trading places. Let's give a nigga a nice home and get him hella benefits, and I bet you'll fuck it up and turn it back to the ghetto. Say do that. You know, so he know that's easy. 2/3 easy. Now he comes to the elect, hope to the elect. He's instructed men. They don't have to be easy. So I'm getting them. That's why he's sending out provocateur agents and all that, trying to get the best of us. But the Most High will, man, they ain't gonna get the best of us, and they ain't gonna get the elect. Even this heart. They hate when they take it to what they say they do. Scariest thing is the educated black man. It's really the educated, biblically educated black man. So-called black man. That's what they really want.
You never know what that what's his name, Roosevelt, where he said the thorough knowledge of the Bible is better than any college education. Oh yeah.
That's true. That's why a lot of these elites, they know better. They model themselves after the Bible. Yep. They know.
Okay, finishing off Proverbs 23 and 7. It says, but as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So is he. That's who he is. Like we tell you, he's Esau. He can't be nobody else. He can't be us. He try to be the Native American, dress like Native Americans, but still murderers in his heart. He can change the outfit and still the same person.
Eat and drink, said he to thee.
He said, eat and drink, come in my house. Be filled. Go ahead.
But his heart is not with him.
His heart is not with him. So all that nice guy that Jacob talking about, nah. It says in the scriptures he don't do that. He's gonna offer you wine, come and sit at my table. Look, if you just got it, right?
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 22. And it reads, he that hasteneth to be rich hath an evil eye.
Yeah, that's Esau. He hates to be rich. All this stuff is based on this economic system. The New World Order, the beast, that's a great part of the beast. The NATO and then the EU, the economic, the European Union. They got banking families all across the world. America's a cash cow. She's a harlot. That's why we call her this one-eyed harlot. That's where they juice and play for money. Anywhere you go, you gotta spend your money, you gotta put out your wallet. You chill with it. For your daily necessities, of course. You pull out, I don't mind pulling out. But they got insurance scams, and people ain't getting arrested. Wolf of Wall Street was what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. They got they play with people's money and shit. Not fair. They don't pay people. You supposed to pay a man that same day, and in gold and silver.
And they love it like that. They love it. Most stuff to be a scam. That's why, like, you get on social media and stuff or YouTube, they'll have a little ads, and it'd be a fake company, man. It won't even be somebody ain't even credible, don't even know the name of it, don't got no support. And then, people that come from other countries come over here and try to live, they don't want to get tricked by that stuff, man. Because they don't understand the place of trap, man. But see, that's why they like them here.
And see, that's what happens when somebody does it to him. That's what happens when Jacob and Esau. Well, you sold your birthright, but you said that we supplanted you. Isn't he rightfully named Jacob? He supplanted me 2 times. You sold your birthright, but you got hustled too at the same time. And he said, when he get hustled now, it's a problem.
Now it's bad. But you go over there and you go to Venezuela and take over the whole doggone country. But no, that's okay, right? Nah, man. Nah,
and everybody know what you're going there.
Yeah,
oil resources.
Every time. Every time.
Hasten to be rich, but he has an evil eye.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And consider not that poverty shall come upon him.
Yeah, that's what Esau they gonna turn back into poverty. Like we oil, we going into a poverty, a state of poverty. So the pit, you know what I'm saying? Just out there, stuck in captivity, and can't escape, man, for 1,000 years. And then we're gonna get rid of him. Because what he's putting us in poverty. You gonna believe? Tell me after slavery, after all picking up, did everything. Big cotton, sugar cane, cornfield. We learned how to farm and stuff. We got rid of farmers through Monsanto. Now it's only probably 2% of black farmers, and they ain't gonna be able to share with other black farmers if they wanted to do that. So they didn't cut off all the resources to take really, so they depend on them and their system. So you gotta go to us. Now we got a digital currency. Now you gotta give it that. You're gonna pull out your let me give you 4 pennies so I won't have to break 2 pennies so I won't have to break a nickel or dime. Because when you break your money up, that's where you spend the shit. So that's what they trying to do, man. Now they be like, you don't have to give them a penny, you take that shit.
I was in the high school for the past, I was still beyond $20. He saw the key that way. So he wants to see everything. He wants to know everything. I can't pay for that to do that. He wants to see everything. That's right. So he can decide, account for it. I can see it.
Right.
You spent this at this time with this person. I need to tax that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that because Jake, he does do a lot of hand-in-hand hustling and all that. We know that. When they got food stamps and SNAP, it's like you had your own personal card, but Jake turned that into a hustle. But just give me your pen. It's usually started with your family. Yeah, he just meant like, it's like, now they're gonna be like, okay, it's gonna, they're gonna try to make it make sense for them on TV, right? Okay, I got my phone, so nobody can take this shit.
Yeah. You gonna take it, they gonna run ass to your head the whole day. You gonna be in the bathroom, nobody in there. It's gonna be an ear in your ear, voice in your ear. You need some new drawers. Walmart down the street. You gonna be like, what the fuck? Looking under your shoes.
They had that. The Black Mirror stuff is coming back.
Yeah, man.
And they had
don't want to take that shit.
It's new season coming out. And they had that where she got a implant in her mind, brain, and they said, and she's like, but they started talking to her inside that chip. So he's like, I know what I'm doing. Don't talk to me. You gotta keep up with you. Okay, can I pause this? Okay, you can't pause it.
And then if you have to spend more money,
That's
you get the ad free.
Get the ad on. Get the ad taken out of
And that's even back to more money.
And that's what they do. They offer you better. Okay, that's the internet. Okay, faster, a better. Okay, you stand in line. You got your. Well, my cars don't work. You got like 2 or 3 cars that don't work. I thought that was supposed to be the reason to get faster services. Fast food take long shit. Just like cook a damn chicken wings faster than they can serve it now because it's just backed up and everybody's losing their mind in there, man. Yeah. So that shit is just a good setup.
Mark chapter 7 verse 22 or 7 Mark chapter 7 verse 16. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah, everybody have ears, but a lot of people have ears and they can't hear.
They spiritually hear. They don't got that eye sound like brother was saying, man. All y'all was saying, man. Verse 17, and when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. Verse 18, and he said unto them, are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him? Verse 19, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. So basically, I mean, you can eat, but that don't mean you can eat swine, Jake. All right, and all these abominable foods. It says something about your character, that spiritual character you're supposed to have. Eating bottom feeders make you a bottom thinking type of person, man. But Jake sometimes don't know that. Okay, to stop, and he's done to the truth to stop eating those things. But they do purge it out, man. Some stuff in a man's heart, like embedded in his mind. That's who he is, like a what they call that kleptomaniac. You can't teach him not to steal no more. He's just like that.
That's what he do.
As soon as he steal from his own family, like, hey, mom, just that's how I am, mom. And they'll still bring him around, right? He's still he's still invited to the cookout.
Yeah, she'll be over there. She'll be over there. Look him in the corner with her evil eyes, smile and want him to see him. Put a $20 on the table, walk into the back room. You know he gonna jack that shit, man. She's like, you could have just asked me for it, baby, but I know you like jacking shit. You still my baby boy. That's how fucked up Babylon is, man. It's true, man.
I was gonna say, y'all was shy even broke it down. That's how you
and that's the nature of Esau. He was a murderer from the beginning. That's why y'all was shy said that to his own people. He was a murderer from the beginning. How you gonna be changing? Do anything different? He's still doing it. Still killing Jake. Still calling Jake niggas. You would think that was back in slavery. No, he's still calling Jake niggas. Still putting that interracial talk and shit out. Shit. Some kind of mockery of humor, that vague humor that he brings up. Wasn't a good time for you guys back then. No Trump shooters here.
So when they came over to America, they talking about they came over to land and gold, but no, they really that's why they came over. They got to tell some people they came over about taking over, take over.
They came here to take peace from the earth, man. That's their job.
During that ship, they had a sellout that was on there. They were telling them who they can convert back and forth with the interpreter.
Yeah. They always sell
That
out.
was written over for 2,000 years ago. So they had that. Jake had the scripture. So they had the one.
What did it say? They went to a further land to keep the laws of the Most High. But that got lost too because of where that Spanish Inquisition and them coming in, they made them conform to. You can see that in that movie, "Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee." They had them. They embedded this doctrinated, systematic teaching into their minds. That you got to remember three important Edomites and got to write it down and make sure you can take tests on that. So now that's how they grow up. Next thing you know, 50 years later, 60 years later, they wow, these colleges do work.
Hugging trees and shit. Get off the tree, Jay. God damn. Verse 20. And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man.
That's what the father. That's why it talks about those virgins, the 5 virgins that wasn't. I mean, the pretty much paraphrasing the saints that didn't defile themselves with women, meaning philosophies and things that you can learn upon this earth. You know what comes out of you because of what you've been taught. So you can't teach a false doctrine, man.
Yeah.
And be full of light. And anybody that talks without this doctrine, because it says to the law and to the testament, they speak not according to his word. There's no light in it. So if you're speaking anything outside this Bible in the ways to be taught, you're teaching the devil's doctrine. You're teaching, it could be about anything, man. It could be about, Jake think he owns something like the melanin, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, doing whole breakdowns. And then that's all they teach about. What about the other stuff? That's just, yeah. What about us? What about the spiritual aspect of things, man? How a man thinks and how he should perceive things. About everything he does, man. What he eats, how he's supposed to treat his family and his wife, and all that, man. His brethren. And all that.
That's why we got apostles and elders, man. We got them, but you when I be quiet sometimes, I be like out of nowhere, like, what you think about this, man? I'll be like, yeah, this is what I think. You know, that's what we got when we got the brotherhood, man. You get to really tap into to life, man, the aspects of things that we really didn't know about, man. We came to the truth, you know? Yeah, man.
People think you supposed to get outside. No, it's supposed to be within. And it really starts with your family, which they supposed to be in the truth, man. They don't know. They supposed to be teaching Samuel.
Verse 20, 21, for from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts.
So you can sit down with a man, especially eat him, and he's like smiling on the outside and everything. But inwardly, like you said, you know, the other one too, war was in his heart. He said those things, but inwardly, he's like, and it said that inward thoughts is that they house continue forever. So, you know what they wanted when they was in slavery, back in the slave days when they were so-called slave masters, they wanted their slave, a Jake to be slaves forever. Because they wanted their houses to continue forever. So that lets you know where their mind state is and has been since those times, even going back to the Greeks when they got established with Alexander the Greek. And the Romans came after them. And then now we're in the last leg of Rome. They think in the same spirit, thinking the same kind of way.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, we like Saquon said, we got to be careful around our family because inward they ravaging wolves too, unless they in this truth, man. They just like Esau, man, until they come into the truth. Just like when we see the Matrix, they say, hey, they're going to be a potential agent until they cross over into the real world, until they born again. You understand that, you know, we in captivity, man. Jake think we free out here, man.
You have more than
Your point is at 22. So, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries.
Like that's not pleasant to the Most High. You know, man be like trying to justify it, like, well, she kept looking at me. She was just fine. Ain't my fault. You should take care of this.
Fornications. Murders. Theft.
Like you said, they say, like you said, the thief came not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what they did to the land and what they say to CJ. He's an upright man And Yahweh knows this devil. And Yahweh shot the spirit knows this devil. That's why it says, hey, have you tried my son Job? He's an upright man and still beautiful. And I know he ain't gonna curse you. He ain't gonna curse me. Try him. And that's who they go out there. They want to try to prove the Most High wrong. You ain't gonna prove the Most High wrong. He made your ass and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check it. You know, checkmate, man. Hey. You been checkmate ever since the Most High made your ass. You don't get no
preach up in Jeremiah where he said, when you was in our belly, I knew you.
Yeah. Jeremiah 1:5.
Yeah. And what did Job say too? When I was in my mother's belly before I even came to earth, he said before a man even saw. But then Most High watches you. You see, you don't be a baby and be like, I'm taking care of myself in the womb. Most High take care of his problems in the womb. So that's why we born today. That's what we see in the across the world today.
Even miscarriages and stuff like that. That's from the Most High. We don't want you on the planet. We ain't gonna need step foot in this motherfucker.
He killed David firstborn.
He ain't supposed to be here. He ain't gonna be here. So it's a blessing that we here and we know the truth. Yeah. That's how you know the Lord's dealing with us. You know. Yeah. That's how you know. You know. Covetousness.
He's killing. He's making them alive.
Yeah.
Covetousness. You know that means you covet a man's property or something like that. And a woman is a man's property. You're not supposed to covet his wife, man.
Yep.
You know, or his property or his possessions and shit.
Yep.
A woman is a man's possession, man. So she ain't even supposed to be nowhere near your woman and shit. You got all these celebrities and talking about, I'm playing this role and playing the role for 6 months. This man's playing playing a husband. He just worked on this movie. That's it. You've been away from your husband 6 months. Talked up with this guy.
Goddamn Jake talking about some Mr. Stereo, Jay. You get your ass blown up, Jay. Yeah, man. Yeah.
All them demon ass ushers. Stop playing with ushers. Wickedness, deceit. That's what they kick off. Wickedness and deceit. Go ahead.
Lasciviousness.
And that's the worst part. It's almost like, hey, they try to justify these transgenders and all. That's deceitful, man. You dressing up in the wig and dress and making a man cut off the lights and making a man dress and make them think that you're a woman. Your ass need to be straight for that. That's heavy ass deceit. Most I don't like that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
An evil eye.
So you got plotters around the world with an evil eye, man. Especially Esau, he got an evil eye. What did it say? And that came upon Jacob. That curses, he shall have an evil eye toward his brother. That we used to love each other, man. But that Esau used to be our enemy. These other nations used to be our enemy. But Most High, they say y'all gonna become like y'all's enemy, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that evil eye gonna get you open up camp with. That one eye symbolism. That eye, that's the Esau want to keep his eye on. This eye is evil.
What?
You know, and he usually goes to all kinds of different things too, like his technology, other people. They say other Jakes, he'll use anybody to spy on you, man. A couple bucks. Hey, watch them come out the door. They want to know your pattern. They're a hunter. A hunter wants to know the pattern of the creature. That way he can unalive. Predictable. What the truth kind of get to you, understanding. That's when Esau kind of get depressed. Like, man, he ain't go where I thought he gonna go. He didn't go
like I said, they can't even get no sleep unless they call something to fall. They can't even get no sleep, man. He be tossing and turning in the bed like, he's getting out there in the back on the back porch, twitching. Can't get stuff.
What did it say? Samaria means watch. And it used to be a hill or a mountain. So we didn't use telescopes, but they had ancient telescopes, but we used to go to the top of the hill and look for our enemies, being able to see what's going on because that's how regional places was, like neighboring cities and all that. But it wasn't concentrated like Esau got it.
That's why they had it somewhere in Israel, because they even had like Issachar, man. Issachar, they was the ones who discerned the signs of the times, so they be the main one on the mountains, like, okay. They telling us what to do and stuff, man. That's why they wouldn't want us together, man.
That's why they got that Aztec, mind calendar, and that thing is intricate. When you see it, how it's designed, man, it's almost make me think about the pyramids that the Hebrews built. It's like our people were some spectacular people. That's why the Most High had to humble us. Like,
I'll be out here bragging like y'all the shit about it.
Balling so hard,
man.
Doing so good. He like, nah.
Man, they thought Solomon was the doorman. You hear me? They was like, yeah. He's like, nah, I'm just the doorman. He said, I thought you would just stand outside the crib.
He described this. Hey, he had gold vessels and plates and all that.
Yeah.
Like, Solomon had some rings.
Boy, he did.
Gold necklaces.
Yeah.
He had some things.
Check out all.
Yeah.
They almost like they place it. They get lazy.
It's a scripture that says, I think it's comparable to the kingdom. He said that no one has seen that glory and all Solomon's glorious. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? As decked out and precious Solomon was with all his Jews and all that. The kingdom is going to be much greater than that. You know what I'm saying?
That was pretty much just the whips.
What we gonna get?
Yeah.
He had real reason, man. Yeah,
You got Jake's coming out. This his homeboy boy and shit. He coming out with Jews and shit. And, like, all right, nigga. Like, no, you ain't supposed to help the man out, give him a job or something.
Hey, like you said, that fits how Shah said. What do you tell the rich dude? He said, "You want to follow me? Okay, sell everything you got and get some food."
Yeah.
And more than enough.
And not only that, he was telling his own people of the Jew nation, because we are one kingdom, of course, because we got split. He's like, you can't look down at your Judah can't look down at his brother. That's why I said Judah fell too, because Israel fell away and then Judah was left only. So that's why a lot of the time they were bragging kind of against Yahweh Shai, like, hey, we the people, we the oracles of God, we the Levites, we got the laws of Moses, we go back to Moses. Who are these people? And they're like, nah, our people got scattered. Remember that? Remember the other part of the kingdom? Remember the two nations, the two kingdoms should be one kingdom?
Yeah.
That's why under Solomon, it was like, who's going to get passed down to Solomon, who's king, get Jeroboam and Rehoboam. But Jeroboam, like, I don't want to follow that, because I want to be king too. So, but they do have, it was two kingdoms, but the Most High said, y'all ain't going to do that. No, y'all going to come together as one kingdom. Y'all all going to be priests. 140,000 priests, kings and priests. Because there used to be just the Levites.
Since y'all didn't want to be rich together, now you get to be broke together. You get back.
That's why I mentioned 12 tribes, 12,000 tribes in Revelation.
When we say, like, bro, we don't mean like Jake's got money problems, Jake. It's like we got a sovereignty problem. We don't have no land that we call our own. That's what we mean by poor. Not that we ain't got no provisions. We workers. Especially his smart man. He out working all us. Straight up. No nothing.
You got Jay talking about, I'm out. They get on Facebook, little $1,000 to the
a couple little rats.
And they talking about, then you hear you rich, bro.
No, he not.
Something.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't got no, like, you don't have no land.
Nope.
You don't have, you
ain't got no real resources.
Right, no, exactly.
Y'all say they ain't no really rats over here in the apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a bunch of Esau Edom faces on your head. That don't make you rich, Jake. It's the resources. Like,
don't it say in the scriptures that a rich man shouldn't, a poor man shouldn't sit with a rich man because he's going to make a mockery out of you. Yeah. You know, he's at the table for gain and all that. Because that's his spirit, man. Yeah. But Jace can have that spirit, but Most High makes sure he keep knocking Jake down and shit. That's why Jake be in the hood. He knew, like, damn, man, I had $10,000 and shit. So let's that shit. And he gotta work his way back up. Most High get him back down. Quit chasing that shit, Jake.
That's a curse. They love, like said, the drug thing. You know, because all the guns had big money, now they like got less to go together. They be getting depressed. He had about
That's what happens when you don't give to the brother. You don't give everything you got, man. On the table. That's what he said, man.
And he was dividing us because we're spiritually rich. We can't hang with the spiritually poor. Spiritually poor is those ones that enter these lines.
He said the money with the bag of holes. He said he grew on it, man. Yeah, you can't keep in that shit. Ain't gonna be equal.
what's that?
Yeah, it's blasphemy, pride, and foolishness.
Blasphemy. That's blasphemy putting that Cedric Gil character up, man, and saying that he's the son of God.
Yep.
That's blasphemy to say the Israelites are them instead of us.
Yep. Pride and foolishness.
Right. It talks about his pride and over God. It says pride and the pride of thy own heart has deceived thee. He that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock that made said yourself his what did he say? He said his nest among the stars. You know, and imagine how he comes out and he's at his, you know, he got the buildings, the towers. He looks across the sea like, yeah, you know, this is my city. You know, well, he's looking down at somebody. You know? That's how they look at us. You know, like we measly, we little people. We are the little people. That's okay. But our spirit is just big. You know, I mean, you know, spirit is just high. We inwardly powered men first. That's why the Most High had it like, hey, y'all don't get y'all power just wait. But you gotta understand the powers and the effects of power, the positions of power. Just because you're a military type man with all this power, don't mean you the greatest power.
Yeah, you gotta respect the Most High, and the main way doing that is respecting prophecy. You gotta be made low before we get lifted up, Jay. That's the prophecy.
Like I told you. They be like thinking like Hakeem that coming to America. I thought he was who is this? Like, because he was bragging about himself. Like, so she found out. Yeah, why do I always get the bad ones? But she didn't understand. He was a prince too. I mean, he got money too.
Yeah.
Remember, he asked for some money and they sent him, and he had favors too. Like, that's your punishment. Like, shit, he just get popular. He can make phone calls like Hakeem.
He was like, "What you do to the apartment?" He said, man, I can't live like this, man. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah.
Sorry, big bro.
You see how the perception of women is off, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we gonna all be kings and priests. And my brother, he's like I am. He's rich like I am in the spirit. Go down him and then try to, you know.
All these evil things come from within.
They come from within. Man found upon his heart. Even they got something called premeditated murder. It's worse than murder itself because you thinking it in your mind all the time. You must have been plotting this. You set it up like this. That's how Esau does. Everything is premeditated. Even when it talks about Most High saying, don't try to figure out what you're going to say. The Holy Spirit will come upon you and give you a mouth what to say. That's how the Most High is. He's quick. You don't think the Most High can give us immortal bodies right now? But we got to learn how to take care of this body first. We get the spiritual body. You know, this is a learning training program that Most High has.
Like what Paul said, Alabama, he said the Bible is rehab team. Like technology.
says in the scriptures, meditate upon these words all day and night. It didn't say premeditate on it.
Right.
Because you know, you have to be like, even if it's a good situation, you like, you ain't gonna be able to say enough to where you reverse and all that. They do it for Hollywood, they do it, you know, play their roles and all that. But you know, when they do that role like Hollywood, they don't remember that time. They gotta think like, man, movies I did. So you really can't take nothing with you and have nothing in you unless the most high wants to keep it there. I'll go ahead.
I appreciate it. Back up everything y'all was saying. And then get back on time too. Psalms 10, starting verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. See right there. So Esau not gonna seek after the Most High, man. He gonna lost place behind him, and that's like you gotta seek. You see, the Lord told us to seek His face. Esau not gonna do that. And then verse 5 said, "His ways are always grievous; thy judgments are far out of His sight. As for all His enemies, He put them at them." So Esau can't see the righteousness of Yahweh Bashiach. The Lord said He's a serpent; He dust all days of life. He can't grieve on His
Yeah, he's carnal minded, man.
and then
they see through, like we said, they see through the peephole of that horoscope. Yeah, they call it a horoscope. They peep through the eye of that Egyptology because they want to figure like, who did he had the Israelites in slavery? They're gonna model themselves after that so they'll know how to do us right here in America.
Yeah, they use that soothsaying, the practice divination.
Yeah, the Chaldeans, the daughter of the Chaldeans. That's America.
You know, and that's even when you go into that term serpent. In the beginning, we're talking about the serpent, man. It said the serpent practice divination. It's talking about the seed of the people we're talking about, man.
verse 6, it said, "He has set the Lord, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in that verse." When they go look up earlier, I don't know how, they're not going to break it down. They're going to technology out billions of dollars. What the fuck you don't want?
They don't see it. They'll be like, it said, how's he numbered among the saints? Like they didn't see it, you know, like all that they look for. It says they didn't have a vision of so-called black men coming to save his people in a chariot.
Verse 7 says, "His mouth is full of cursing and deceit."
Full of cursing and deceit, and full of pride. He's fraudulent. This America wasn't even here. You know, he's from the caves of Caucasus Mountains. You know, and he don't tell people that, man. Like people, if I maybe saw something, where you from, man? Well, originally, yeah, I'm from the Caucasus Mountains. Like, oh shit, that makes sense. You know, go ahead.
Under his tongue is mischief.
Under his tongue is mischief, you know, and vanity. Because what he's speaking is not going to come about. This new world order, he's going to try it and attempt it and put it into play, but it ain't going to come out like he wanted to. The outcome of it, Most High said he interrupt his, he despised, what did it say? His enterprise. His enterprise.
Verse 8, Psalm 78. "He sitteth on the lurking place of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Murder the innocent, you know.
His eyes are privily set against the poor."
Eyes privily set against the poor. And he does that too today. I mean, one of his the Bohemian Grove and all that, and even Hollywood, the hills of Hollywood, they have eyes. They murder up there. They do sacrifices there. But a lot of people don't even want to go there because what they do and what it's known for them to do, which is kidnap people, murder people, sacrifice them. Yeah. Oh yeah.
make that movie like The Hills Have Eyes. Yup, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna ask your point Bohemian Gold Road. They use an owl as a symbol of that. The owl is on the $1 bill. And the reason they use the owl is because the owl got some big old eyes and you can see in the dark. So they use that as like an animal with their face. For they wicked.
Not only that, it turns its neck 360 degrees. So they can watch everything around it.
There you go.
Oh, heavy. That's why they work. That's why they work.
And the eagle.
Yeah.
And the eagle. They consider that's their bird. I mean, that's their symbol. And eagle, when you see an eagle, he keys in. He's direct with his prey. Like he swoops it and it can't get away. He keys in on it.
The eagle eye got this sight.
That's another reason why we call the place spiritual in Syria. They had the griffin. They had the eagle wings on it. They took a lot of philosophies and things that in those. And that's when you got to know your history, Jay, because you know that. You're like, damn, we in the same place all over again, man. We really ain't in Kansas.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, man. That's what I was going to say. We Alice in Wonderland, man. We Black Alice in Wonderland, and with Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, man. This is great. Like we said, it's the greatest movie. One thing I got to mention too is that the TV, they call it the one-eyed devil. So everything on that TV is a program. Everything that you see, they already set up, pre-made it. So that's why they keep a tab on the TikTok, YouTube, and it's like a spontaneous. The windows. We're gonna get that scripture because the windows is kind of like what it says in Ezekiel, digging in that wall, and seeing what the different worlds that's out there. Now we're seeing like we didn't even know they existed. The poverty and all these nations going to war with the have and stuff. They're promoting weapons. We didn't know that. We was just watching TV. Go ahead. And whatever the news that's what we watch.
The smart TV, like you said, the smart TV, they can see you. Yeah. You watch the TV, they watch you. You watch what you got going on. That's a camera.
And recording everything.
Hey, they show you that on what's that, the Matrix Revolution? Reloaded.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah.
When Neo came into the God so-called he came in there, all white. All them screens, you see every living soul on the planet.
Since he was born.
Yeah,
it's like the Truman Show. You got them cussing out. See, they're gonna have us, but they're gonna use AI too. Like they already did with the apostles. They're gonna do that. But the Most High, like we said, on the right hand side, it's like eyes on the people. We got angels recording what they do, and what you guys are doing, and what we do. So that's the angel spiritual cameras.
You said you had something out.
Let's go back to that point. Talk about Epoch, but we got this built up. Joel chapter 20, verse 23. When he was about to kill his vessel, I was about to be outside. He got cast a theory from his wrath upon him.
So that's our physical picture. Like, oh man, you fight all your friends. Like man, we finally you sit down at the table, you got the wine and everything set, you're about to eat. And it's a celebration. That's how we do it a lot of times. Like we got high holy days, we ate and drink, you know what I'm saying? And they about to fill their belly with this new world order, like and I broke this slotty, but I broke this down before, like on the dollar bill, it's still a fiat, it's still a physical currency. They don't have, when you look at the pyramid on the dollar bill, the triangle is not connected to the rest of the pyramid because it's not really the complete vision of it. Yeah. So the complete vision of it is when this is done away with it, it's the digital currency. Yeah. So
on have on that table, they're gonna have a fork in it. They're gonna be like, oh, this is done, it's ready to eat.
Last Shabbat,
After had Jake out here doing the heel toe, he ain't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Had Jake do some weird ass shit on that shit.
And he knows how to do that in a physical way, but it's a process. He'll raise the rent in certain neighborhoods, and because Jake ain't gonna be at the corner, so he'll move to this. So it's kind of like he already knew Jake was gonna do that. But now it's kind of like, well, we need to hurry up. We need to speed this thing up, just chip their asses.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
They tired of working with this process.
That's in the quote.
You know?
That's in the quote.
Perform their enterprise.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I got that quote. Yeah. So that links right. That shows you they know who they are. That link, what he said in that quote means directly with Revelation 12:12. When they said, well, they know they know that they have for the short term.
Come down, great rat.
Yeah, they don't have because they know they ain't gonna. They like shit. They know the leaks. You know, they know. Yeah, they know something is coming.
And when you look up that word "know it," just be quick so you finish that. When you look up that word "know it," it said to perceive with the eyes because he can't see spiritually. He's seeing them chariots. He's seeing Jake standing on the corners. He's like, "Hey man, we almost out of time. We got some move, man." So you know that, yeah, new brothers coming in. Hey, he's like, "We got some move, man." Oh no, we got to go. Honey, get your bags. We got to go.
Hey, pretty soon, I'm just going to feed off it a little bit. You know, Trump, he might be a robot. His real self is in getting ready to go out and try to go out of space or his underground bunkers and shit.
Got pangs in his stomach.
A robot.
You got pangs in his stomach down there.
I said that before. I said, you look him in his eyes. Like something ain't right.
He got it. He down there. He down. The real one down there. The real one down in there, turned into sleep. Probably already got boils from the MOTV. Boils in the KTV scene out here already getting jacked up.
Well, you remember the Terminator when he was looking for Sarah Connor. He called her on the phone, and then called random Sarah Connor numbers. He can do his voice. Says Sarah Connor. He's a robot. Like somebody talked to family. It sounded like her. That's what got me to address. So they got robots that imitate our voices, you know, movements and all that.
They got what you call twin bot, where they can make a twin of you, make somebody an actual replica of you, and then they have the grief bot or the dead bot where they can get people to talk to their loved ones that
Past,
Yep. They're doing all that.
The finish stop is Job 20:23, and it says, "And he shall reign upon him while he is eating."
And that power is going to come up on him, especially America being an example that Muslims are going to come up on America. That shall be destroyed. Because she's really not looking toward her end. They trying to rebuild this place with this digital stuff, man. But it ain't gonna work. Most High gonna take it down.
Yeah, that's I was shot. What he say? Days are not short. No flesh shall be saved. Right. They gonna try to make a move. Our robot turn everything and everybody digital. Matter of fact, I went to a lesson today. What is it? Elon Musk. And a lot of us did touch on that lesson. Expanding the production of the Neuralink. You know what I'm saying? So, and it said something. What it said in the article, it said that he's trying to basically link a human mind to AI. So make humans AI one. You know.
That shows you how they got a God out there.
But what it say in the scriptures? It says, can a man make a guy like a truck? So they got to do a robot style. They can't make a man like that.
Going back to Mark.
That's why I said serve him. The Most High give him the praise that made heaven and earth. They didn't make heaven and earth. They can only build on it.
Going back to Mark chapter 7, verse 23. All these evil things come from the good and defile the man.
That's who defiles it.
Well, he just did he did triple. Hey man, this place getting wild, man.
But
He hit it though.
Spirits are roused up, man.
He hit it though. Hey, he hit it. He ain't hit nothing.
So
That's the Lord, so he excited. He said, the brothers out there, he shouting out, to the brothers. That's it.
well, and
Ain't nobody get hurt.
yeah, and that's what we say too. Like when you supposed to learn from your nation, your teachers out of your nation, your people, and your home and all that. Once you start messing with the Esau's philosophy, going to their schools, your children gonna come home like, well, they do it. How can I do it, Dad? Well, that we don't do stuff like that. And then the school kids are gonna put pressure on your kid, thinking they're weird or something because you don't dress like them, or they see a young female with a dress. Why you don't dress it? You got it. But see, that's the turning things upside down. It's gonna turn the whole world down. It used to be normal for a woman to wear a dress.
Now they think it's normal for a woman to be all butt and shit.
Yeah.
Have some damn wranglers on and shit, like doing push-ups, like open.
Weights and shit.
Come on, man.
Remember back then.
The one that was talking to David Rockefeller.
Russo.
Yeah, Russo. Is it
Anthony Russo.
something like that?
TV.
Yeah. But in the interview, he was saying that that was a part of that part of the to get the woman,
Get the woman to go to work. He asked
right.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You remember seeing that? Yeah. And
Yeah.
put their kids in the school.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And you remember they used to be on your ass back then. You kid in that school. It's like a police. Why your kids missing? Like, what's going on? And then they put pressure on the parents. And so the parents be like, you need to take your ass to school. Your parents didn't care what you were learning. They just wanted you to get good grades and all that. But they'll have them teach you whatever they teach you. Yeah.
I remember to this day, like their elementary school, how they had it, even on the test, it was multiple choice test. They'd be like, this question like who can cover their hair. You know the truth. You know Christian love to cover their hair. The hair makes their question like a Sunday school question. You don't fail the test.
And like we said, they mark you if you know it. Like, if you know certain things, they like keep an eye on this. You ain't supposed to know that. Go ahead. I know y'all seen that Richard Pryor skit when he said he discovered, he's like, booking. He said, man, we bad, man. This is all us. This is black people, man. I don't know if that was one, but they locked him in the cage, like, so he can't get out and teach nobody. They slowly walked away, like. He was discovered. Yeah. And locked him in there, man. They rather lock a man in prison with the word and let him out to teach somebody. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 8, verse, the point is in 7. Verse 7, get to the point, and it says, and he brought me to the door of court. And when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall. It's almost like the internet when you see all that one-eye TV, that vision, that looking through what you're supposed to see. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, like now, like you get on your phone and you go to your stream, look at all the different little clips of Jake, like that one. What's that thing that show always Jake fighting? What's that one? That was Scoops. Scoops. It be Jake getting beat up on there, Jake fighting and everything, man. It just,
World Star Hip Hop, remember that?
It
has.
I don't know about Scoops, but I know about
Scoops is like the new one. Yeah, they World Star was starting to die out, so they started doing it.
And get some Scoops on there. Remember the World Star Honeys? The World Star Hip Hop Honeys?
Yeah.
See, it was all about Jake, Jake.
Hey, then he said unto me, son of man, dig now in the wall.
Dig in the wall, go ahead.
And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door.
Door, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9, and he said unto me, go in.
And in this case, like you said earlier, windows, they're like doors, man. But there's something happening behind that door. That's the reason that you go to that door to see something. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, go in, and behold, the wicked abominations that they do there.
Look at what Israel is doing. Go ahead.
Verse 10, so I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping thing.
Yeah. So you know it's talking about men and what they do on earth. Just like Judah with the men. He saw every these creeping creatures. And that was people that was doing, a lot of people doing crazy stuff.
They even orchestrated in the movies too. All the movies got a damn mo in them now. Yeah. Every single one of them. Yeah. Even like the new Stranger Things. Dude gonna come out that closet at the end. You ain't have your kids watch the kid movie no more. It be the main character like, I'm like, boys, like, get out of here, man.
That was Bel Air.
Weak ass.
I had to cut off my Disney.
Yeah, man.
Because of that.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man.
Remember Bel Air? It was all mafia or whatever.
Yeah.
Black family. Everybody seemed to be somewhat wholesome. Then they had the daughter like another.
Yeah. Yeah, the new Bel Air. The new Bel Air, yeah. It's always got to be one of them, got to be a mo. Yeah, one of them got to be a mo.
It's something that's it's entertaining. It's like a dark edge of
Yeah.
Snowfall.
Yeah, like Carlton was jacked up. He wasn't like this smart. He was messed up, bro. And something was wrong with Carlton. Like, It said, an abominable beast.
Abominable beast. There you go. What it said, I saw men as beasts.
Natural beast. Yeah. Ready to be destroyed. And all the idols of the house of Israel.
Remember in the beginning it says about the beast in the and more something in the beast. The field.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look up this word field means the world, so you can apply that to this world. And Esau is the most crafty, subtle being, so to speak, out of all these beasts.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Betrayed upon.
But it's talking about Israel. Go ahead.
Betrayed upon the wall round about.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, and there stood before him 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. And in the, that's all right, you already going there?
Yeah, because I think it said that he saw it in the first thing. Right?
And in the midst of them stood Jazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand. And a thick cloud of incense went up. Verse 12, and he said unto me, Son of man, Seest thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all went off, man.
And that applies today too. The head of the
Yeah.
all that they saw today.
Yeah. Yeah.
They took
Too
it back.
bad. Yeah.
There's a lot of dark stuff happening even within our own people.
Yeah.
That's supposed to govern Israel the right way.
We ain't exempt either, man. We got to get right too. We ain't exempt. None of us are exempt, man. We ain't acting like we perfect either, man. That's why you can trust the apostles, man. They ain't never act like they was just all the way right all the time, man. They talk about stories and them growing up in the truth, man. You know, that's how we know we on solid ground, man. Real men. For they say the Lord seeth us not.
Lord, see us not. So basically, the form of our being, Jacob is the form of our being. We did this first. We went up. And now Esau's in that place. So that's what the king sent the kingdom that we tried to look at. And it was really us. That's who the Jews were in the scripture when it says they are not Jews, but synagogue and say that's was us.
That's proud as hell. All these goddamn eyes everywhere. The Lord can't see. What the hell's going on with Jake, man?
Yeah.
He can't see. Yeah.
You cannot see physically, but within your dreams you can see. So you know the eyes of the thing.
The Lord hath forsaken the earth.
Yeah. So I think before that, there was something about. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13, and he said also unto me, turn thee yet again,
Turn again, man. Go ahead.
and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do.
You're going to see greater abominations. Like when it started with, who was that in the 90s? It started, it started with, Lil Kim and all that. You didn't think nobody could get worse than Lil Kim, man. Now they got Suki Hunter and shit. They got Cardi B, Megan Stallion and all that. City Girls and all that. You thought that was the worst. I said, yeah, Sexy Red. Yeah. Nothing, man. Like, come on, man. But it just when you think it couldn't get no worse, it gets worse. And if we live on, it could get worse than this.
He had Ezekiel turned a whole bunch of times. He seen a whole bunch of shit, man. You know he was terrified too, man. Because he knew that if we was all like that, all of us had to pay for it. Ezekiel was probably terrified when he seen that, man.
And they really want this first set up like how they, like you said, they just have a naked dude that running across the screen out of nowhere,
Like his own booty on the screen, like
they want that to be Roman. You know how they used to have the Roman statues back then, all out in the streets with the loins showing and that's how they run this place, but they convicted within themselves to be out there, so they don't. That's why they trying to stop the war, boy. I got a piece of kind of thing you talk about. Like this Psalm 25, verse 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. That's what I'm talking about. Now we see the Lord's righteousness. Laws and commandments, like Bob Michael was talking earlier, we got the apostles and elders that we get to see your teachings, they showing us how to do the righteous way. So now that we see, and then we also see Esau. We see what we talked about earlier. We see all these little wicked deeds. We are witnesses. Witnesses these things. Yes. It's called an eyewitness. Well, yeah, eyewitness, and they call us witnesses. Witnessing things and reporting, praying to the Most High and reporting to each other what we see. Because you got to confirm stuff, right? You see what I see.
These folks trying to act like they the news report. They're like, eyewitness news 5. You got to be much first. No, you didn't. Nah, E. Nah.
Before you do that, right quick, I'm glad you brought that up. Eyewitness because the CBS logo is all seen up. If you look at the CBS logo, they watch it. This for us, Psalm 25 and 15. It says, my eyes are ever towards the Lord, and he shall pluck my feet out of the net.
mercy. And what it is because we see the Lord. He said, my eyes are ever toward the Lord. So when you see the Lord's face, you see the Lord, and He tells us how to conduct ourselves, how to move, who our enemies are. That's you fucking your feet out of that net. Everything you talk about is a trap. You don't see it's a trap. But we see the trap because we see our eyes toward the Lord. You got that spiritual eyesight, which is better than the physical eyesight. Now with AI, you can't even believe your physical eyes no more. Now you're gonna need something a little bit deeper. You're gonna need that spiritual discernment. And it goes what they call it saying the word a third eye. That's a spiritual eye. They got a word to print Beyonce. Beyonce, but when you go into that word, and it's like they call it a six sense. You know, you can see things that nobody else can see. Like they worry about it. It's work on the clarity. Clarity. I can see it. It ain't blurry. I got a clear sight. What they call it, foresight. That's why I see what you're doing. I'm about to call it out to the whole nation. You know, with the house listen. You don't got to believe they're listening. And they don't believe the report because they believe on the house. They tell them Esau doing this, Esau doing like this. They gonna okay, they gonna follow formation. They gonna do differently. Now Esau like I got a whole nation of Eyed Harlot. You know, like you said earlier, they hurt my revenue. That they eat my pork and my pork. They ain't going to my club. The whole club. I heard club like fucking with. Stop buying the product and eat like top down. Oh, like mad about that. Like, man, we losing money and we ain't buying it. The people not buying our stuff because of this man. So he tried to come and put the table a deal, try to set him up. Yeah, man. So that's really. They got the fake food thing. They got all the family out here. That's a type of fake.
Then y'all gotta check out. Y'all might have seen the Space Invaders, Cosmic Slot. It's George Clinton and all that. And you remember that? And remember, it ain't gonna spoil it, but remember, it was kind of saying picking up the brown people from color fake bag and brought them, that type of thing. Basically, melanated people. And then he said that the Space Invader people. Cherries or Space Invader, they wanted brown people for the exchange or something. And they said, well, he said, what do you want? He said, we want brown people. We'll pick them up and we'll give you this instead, whatever. Make that deal. He said, well, Benson, he said he was a black man, but they asked Benson, and he said, well, what does this mean and all that? He said, they started doing the calculations. Well, all our consumption, all our productivity, sales are going to go down because the black man is the number one consumer. They calculated the liquor, they calculated the food, they calculated like, damn, we're going to be, y'all want to take everything from us. They're the ones that we got. Support us. I mean, keep the world running, basically. Without David automation, that means that the whole world is going to fall apart if they're not working for us. So we keep the country working, our country up and steady, our labor and all that. So, they giving hints and signs knowing that we those people, man. Really,
We basically just making America Babylon a great nice and Lord can blow it up. That's fixing it up for it.
Backing it up like a slide. Get ready for the slide.
What did he say? He said, it'll become as bad as a country. How deliciously she has lived. And voluptuous.
All takes back, man. Slavery of us, man.
Listen.
Yeah, it's in Ezekiel too.
Yeah. There's a term, remember that term saying what you see is what you get?
Yeah.
But not in America. Because what you see ain't even real.
Yeah. They be getting catfish out here.
Yeah, Paul, she be pretty and fine and all that online, but she's a bald, fat, greasy, chickeny, just like what is that? Got out the car looking more like Crazy Jack.
You ain't getting no unblemished lambs over here. There ain't none of that over here.
You see, women don't have to feel, in their mind, they don't have to feel ugly anymore. They can just put on makeup.
Even in real, like in person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we spiritual men, so we spiritual men, so it ain't about looks of them. We just, don't try to act like, like you just the shit, okay? Don't take 1,000 pictures of yourself online.
Yeah, but a look has a certain, because it says there's a certain look to a man, like even with wisdom, it'll change a man's countenance. So you do have a certain look, and then your character, what you wear, should represent you. Like Dave Chappelle said, he said it in a skit. He's like, well, shit, you should be having, I didn't know you had Warren's uniform on. I didn't know you wasn't on board. So, like you said, when a woman, she's supposed to dress modesty in a dress. And then you're going to be like, that's what women supposed to wear. I'm going to pay $50 right now. Yeah. See, women don't understand that. Okay, you gonna look, man, but that ain't the overall thing, man. Because you got eyes.
Yeah.
So you be like, yeah, she's like body, but like what about her mind?
Somebody who's waiting on the kingdom like us. We ain't even looking at this. That's what we're gonna look for if we get approached. Like I said, don't even seek to have a wife. You can seek to
based on what's coming out now, we'll know where she at.
Yep.
Like how I do, I ask me what music you listen to. Back in the day, Cardi B, like you don't even like right there. Yeah. Flag. And I already know what you want. You want hot girl, rap stuff. Based on the music.
Yeah, because what it becomes next, like if they listen to that music, they're gonna be influenced by it, and then they're gonna start dressing like Cardi B, thinking like Cardi B. So it's a consciousness within them to make that decision to do that. We can go to Psalm 69 and 22. So that's what you gotta. That's why it says that go inside the heart of man. What comes out of the heart of man defiles man, because you're gonna be speaking and talking how what you grew up on, what's in your mind,
whatever you digest.
Yeah,
your spirit.
So, but you gotta keep your children, catch your children before they get indoctrinated, before they get embedded with those things. You gotta explain to them what they're seeing when they're watching these cartoons. You know that you're talking about that, son.
And that's why a lot of our people are through, man, because we didn't come in the truth, and a quick enough time to really catch what was happening when we was growing up, around our families and stuff. But the Lord made it like that. He put everybody in their lot they're supposed to be like, And that's why, you just gotta let them be like that, because it's like if we try to change them, the Lord don't want to change. It's like we striving against the Lord. And that was like one of my first struggles I had coming into the truth, man. I was like, man, why don't you get it, man? Because my family is hardcore, Jesus.
Like my people, the whole nation of Israel, like, they've been so uneducated for so long that they lost it. They said they have been without the Most High for a long while. They have been without the Most High and the teaching priests.
Same way with the Second Thessalonians, that falling away.
Yeah.
We had a truth for a minute, man. Straight up. Yeah, man.
Would it say that have been so long without fruit? So, if you plant, it ain't gonna grow overnight. You gotta wait and you gotta water it. So, you know, a lot of like Esau's world, he got everything covered. He don't want to plant no more. He don't want everything GMO, microwave. He don't want to see people grow up.
Yeah, he don't even want to work out. He got fat burner pills and shit.
Yeah,
like, you don't even gotta work out. Just pills and you sweat. Like,
That proved his nature too, because when he told his birthright, he told it for one more.
Yeah.
He didn't want to cook. He didn't want to be patient. He wanted to hear it.
yeah.
What about praying? He said, I'm at the point to die. I'm praying. What about praying and Most High preserve me? Like, you know, so I won't think. And then Most High, and then you look around as a turkey sandwich somewhere. You know,
It's a hot turkey sandwich on the ground.
So, hey, when they go trouble, and I'm talking about myself, you know, like when it's time to take some trouble, it says, hate them not to do, hate them not in the time of trouble. Like, hate them a little bit. So, nothing to eat. People blow their brains out. Hey, it's still food on the shelf. They still blow their brains out. Like, just wait.
And then the Lord bring it, Jake still be complaining. There ain't no pickles on the Lord. Like, get your ass out of here, man.
Eat your fingers.
They say, Psalm chapter 69, verse 23. Let the eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes be darkened, because Most High don't want everybody to see his precious truth, man. It's like what it say when it's that female that find gold, she hides it. So her friends, the ones who she trusts in, you know, it's the circle that she's in. Not everybody in the world, because they're gonna rob her. You know? So Most High don't want anybody getting his word. Let their eyes be darkened, see not.
That they see not.
That they see not. He don't want them to see. Keep living in the dark. Let the wicked continue to be wicked. You can't save everybody. You can't save all Israel, man. Even though it said all Israel will be saved, that's in the kingdom, man. You can't save Israel here.
That's why it said those, like you said in Revelation, it said those who want to be righteous, let them be righteous. Yeah. Those who want to be wicked, let them stay wicked. Yeah. You can't interfere with the Lord's plan. Yo, let them be filthy, man. Yeah, man.
Jump up to 22, Psalm 69 and 22. It said, let their table become a snare before them.
Yeah.
And that table, you know, back then, that's what was the tablets. I mean, well, stones. What they call it?
Stone table.
Yeah. So back then, it's, you know, we read out there.
When Moses called the children of Israel, he said, and he got them in the wilderness, gather around. You know, we always say, gather around Israel. You know, they be like, okay, you know, he reads the scrolls and stuff. You know, and it's like, all right, so this is what we gotta do. We gotta pull in, made a covenant, you know, okay. And then they're like, but Moses, he come back. What about this, though? So, do I have to share my sandwich with her? She's your wife, right? Y'all one flesh, right? Sure, man. Come on, man. You gotta have a sandwich, man. You gotta eat. So they always kind of had to come back and try to and ask about certain things that they you know. Go ahead.
He said, and that which should have been for their welfare, that it become a trap.
That table is representing that wisdom. It's a trap for them, man. Because they gonna misinterpret it, and the plagues is gonna come on their ass, man.
Yeah, just like when apostles came out with certain things like the great thing. Yeah, it was a stumbler. It caught them in the neck. They couldn't see how those things would be.
Make sure. Like I said, we make sure we go over that at least once a year, so you don't got no excuse, baby. None. And that's another thing. If be some Jake be nitpicky, don't want to talk about it. Hey, Jake, the Lord see your ass, man. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? If you ain't really with that, because you ain't really understand the doctrine.
You can say, well, where does that say that? Your mother, your grandmother, your father. Where does that say in scriptures? I just don't see it. Because they ain't seeing the spirit. Most High ain't showing it to it spiritually. He might see it in the written. But they gonna like, nah, I don't see it.
The Lord got them in a trick bag. He like, he don't want them to accept it, so they get destroyed. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you know. That's how you know. That's another way showing.
Now, I was gonna say that this like when you read, it's like average shit on things as well.
Yeah.
It's a trap. What did he say about us? He said, salvation.
Yeah.
Salvation. To the other one, saving death.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever we teach the truth to, you know, the leg, hey, it's salvation.
Yeah.
But if you ain't up the leg, you come across the truth, work the dead. You know, so he says what he said. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Let's go.
And it said, as his ways are plain unto the holy,
Oh,
so
yeah.
are their stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yeah. Plain to the holy. And when you go into the history, it makes sense. Like how we know that Solomon was Yahweh Shah. Because he set up those wicked guys for our people to stumble upon. And now we come back and he showed, hey, I did that to you. I made you blind. And the only ones he let see that is us. You know?
Hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit because you know, even when it says in scriptures, we like, why did this man sin or his parents sin? He said, no, neither.
Yeah.
He said, it's so the Most High. I'm paraphrasing. So the his works could be known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning that it's gonna be spiritual power that man can be healed.
Yep.
But at the same time, too, it was important prophecy that Isaac wasn't able to see, so he wouldn't be able to tell if it was Jacob or Esau. He said that the voice is he said the hands are Esau, but the voice is Jacob. Well, he blessed Jacob anyway. Yeah. But if he would have been able to see him, he's like, no, you ain't Jacob. So that was
so sometimes the Lord put you under something like that just to heal you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the spirit because that was already ordained.
Yeah.
That the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah.
That's the reason why
Yeah. They already promised that from the jump. That I was going to go down like that. Right? So he had, it had to be there.
Former life.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense also because he called him the son of, David. Yeah. He said Solomon was going to be throne. So,
and then what the scripture say? Sin.
Yeah.
So why did if Yahweh Shah had no sin? I mean, why did he die? Because he sinned.
It actually says the faith of his own sin, and the people.
And the people.
They stay still.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't want to believe in reincarnation. Nope. They don't want to believe in reincarnation. Because guess what? He saw your back.
Yeah.
You know, they thought he was done away with.
Talking about some ain't no reincarnation. You done made the movie Lion King. Everybody done watched that shit when we was kids.
So
Man, you caught E.
Circle of life.
It's over with, man. You coming back into slavery, okay?
Yeah.
You going back? You come back, man.
So, hey, they act like you just. What it say in the Apocrypha? They act like. I mean, they think their life is a trace of a cloud, like they dispersing. And no, you getting brought back into this body to serve slavery.
And it says it in the law too, where it said you will bear the sins of your father every 3 and 2 generations.
Yeah, 34th generation. About every 100 years, man. That's why you got.
That's why they asked that question. Did you sin? Did he sin or his parents sin?
Yeah.
Basically, you bear, and basically you are your parents.
Yeah.
Coming back again. You are who your father is.
Yeah. You are your forefather. And that's just like when you got the baby come out and be like, she act just like grandmama. Because that's probably grandmama. That's probably her, man.
So, like you said, that when I wanted, America's part of the right, it's funny that the beast was made of evil. And they got, even though they got Greek philosophies, it's a true Jewish majority. Like you said, back in the third eye, that your inner eye part, your inner spirit. You don't have to be wicked, but the way that they have exercised the earth is wicked. Illuminati is not wicked, it's illuminating.
Yeah, you know. They got it in the movies and stuff like Lord of the Rings. They had the big old red eye with the one eye. And all the classics of this place, man, have to do with this symbolism of they want to see everything. They want to be all seen.
Yeah, it's a song called, I remember it's big, it's a rocket. Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, one of the best. American classics.
Hey, that post Jacob, he listened to that Eye of the Tiger. He feels invisible. That Eye of the Tiger. Go ahead.
I'm going to ask you a question, because I was down, you used to like that.
Yup.
You used to like that.
Yep, that's it. Yup.
This being illuminated doesn't mean evil. See,
Yeah.
they can think they could illuminate. I didn't know it's Esau. Let's see. Caesar, Georgia. Like, they don't know their culture or what they really into, man. So they shallow.
They see it.
Yeah, so when they see, they like Illuminati, it's automatically,
Yeah, they don't know the elect the real Illuminati. We don't even know who they is either. We just talk about most of them. That's the real Illuminati.
Oh, we get that. What you said.
oh, okay. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. He said, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Yeah, it's not talking about no spiritual being or Satan. About this nation exercising themselves as Lucifer on the earth. Like the Illuminati, Rockefeller, the main tribe of Aphrodite, which is the so-called Jews and not Jews. Yeah, go ahead.
They're the first descendants of Esau.
And they even asked him one, we said, how thou art fallen from heaven. It's not really talking about the spiritual heaven. They're pretty much talking about these devils, they have the economic power, but they're pretty much in heaven on earth.
Yeah, heaven means rulership.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is order.
Yeah.
Rulership.
It's another scripture that says, "Oh Babylon, how hast thou fallen?" You know. So it ain't talking about, and that's kind of one of the same. They represent Babylon too.
You look it up to these Christians, though, they'll have a video of a bitch actually falling on the ground and shit. What the hell is wrong with you? Yep. Oh yeah, when he sent out the prophets, and they came back to him, he said, "Yeah, I already seen this fall." You know.
Yeah.
Reading on, it says, son of the morning.
Son of the morning, and it talks about them being the people of the morning, like in the morning they practice it.
Yep.
You know,
Power in their hand.
the powers in their hands.
There you go.
And the Illuminati, they sleep out. That's their generation. They the son of the morning, like
Yep.
they up, early doing wicked.
They up early, got bacon sandwiches with Jake. They trying to have his ass going on all day.
They get up before the birds chirp. Go ahead.
Reading on, it says, how art thou cut down to the ground?
That means the power status. It even says to the light of the wicked shall be put out, like you said. And it says, what it say, the Most High is going to, in the scripture says, the Ancient of Days did sit and cast down the thrones, man. So this devil's going to be cast down. Okay.
Which did weaken the nation.
How do he weaken the nations, man? Bombing, military philosophy, is a Democrat character stuff. They people think the Democrats are the nicest people in the world and shit. He's a Republican. He's like a Hitler. Get these Democrats in, I feel better than America got Democrats in. Hey, what is Trump? He's a Democrat, right? Republican. Well, who was before him?
Sleepy Bo Jackson.
Obama was a what? Democrat.
Yeah.
And was doing some. We had something there.
You know, that's why I said the two horns that spake like a lamb. That's that two-party system, that old revival Roman Empire system, which used to be the plebeians and the patricians. Now it's the Republicans and the Democrats. So I had the Democrats come jack shit up, so they can have him come play a hero, and they bounce back with each other. Yep, they do that.
Feathers, two feathers in the same bird.
Yeah, I'm saying.
It's all down about Bernie Mac, how they always get with you. When it's time to do some wickedness, like when they bought out TikTok, they got both of them together to take away your freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So that's something like they need to consider. Like, okay, they can't pass nothing to no money or to help me out to no influence. When it's time to put all people saying something, that bill passed no problem.
And that's kind of like even with that when they say they're gonna come together and play outside, they can put down the weapons. They put I mean not put down the weapons, but they're not gonna fight with each other. Even like you mentioned, 1918 with Ronald Reagan, he said, "Isn't there a common cause among us all?" He said, "What is the possible alien invasion? Aren't we among aliens already? It's not enough for us to come together for the common cause to fight this alien invasion." So they'll put together differences aside any time together to destroy.
He said, "Y'all gonna fight your outside when you come back with me? I need your help." Okay, and all hands on deck. Jake, come on, he trying to get everybody with him. Yeah.
What it say? They were overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the saints overcoming because Most High, He said He's going to use us in battles and weapons of war, battle axes and weapons of war. So He's going to give us spiritual powers. You laughing at your Hancock stuff, man. Yeah, Superman.
And we ain't gonna have no bottle in our hands. Jake, we gonna be whooping ass. But that's something we don't ever get to do.
Yeah, but like we said, don't it make sense when they put it together? This is a movie. Don't we got our Superman uniforms on, and then we take them off. We got to go to work and play Clark Kent. We in the movie already.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the rest happen? To become immortal.
So we ain't putting up with no spandex on, Jake. We gonna look like Israel.
Yeah, Khan. And what it say in the scriptures? He says, Malachi, I think 3:8. He says, "I am full of power in the word to teach." Basically, to teach the scripture paraphrase. So that's power in this word. That's what. Who saw the book of Eli? I know. Yeah. And remember, he was so infatuated. I got to have it because there was power in it. And then when he opened it up, it should be no spoiler. Y'all should have seen it. He opened it up, and who was it for the blind? He couldn't read it because you had to be blind, because So the Most High,
he had to learn how to see.
So that's how the Most High does things. Encoded. It's the scripture. These scriptures are encrypted, man. You got to be inside with spiritual eyes to see. So open up the book, you can't even read it. Like, what is it? It was in him. That's what's gonna happen. So we're not in the second coming yet, because we're not complete. But it was in him. And he, and then he opened it. He started writing. He said in the beginning. He started the whole book. So that's what we're doing. We remembering the whole laws of the laws of the Most High is hidden in us.
Wrong, man.
So you got to do the whole law. That's why it says, if you have a wise man, we're out the stuff of his door. Because it's getting put in you. So when you go out, you don't know how to control the elements. That's what they scared of, because they know it's a spiritual tapping within the DNA. They call it the God factor. You know what I'm saying? And they put stuff on the cells on the microscopic tape and wonder why this cell do this at this time. You may have twins that's totally different. Speak like Esau. I'm separate. Y'all brothers, y'all twins. Y'all should be doing the same thing. No, I'm separating this mannerism, this mannerism. They're gonna walk this way, think that way, separate. I'll do the Most High Esau. Yeah. Go ahead.
Reading on this verse 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thy heart,
you have said in your heart, your mind,
I will ascend into heaven."
Yeah, that's what he did. He sent it into space, got space programs, space crashed and all that. Said follow. Yeah,
yeah.
the Greek guy
Yeah.
saying he landed on the moon. Trying to say he's selling pieces of the moon, man, online. You can't sell pieces of the moon. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Preacher Polly. Crazy as hell.
I will drop my goals above the stars of the hour.
Above the stars, man.
He said, I will sit upon the mountain of the congregation.
Like you said,
I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation. He said, in the side of the north, I will sit above the height of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
be like the Most High. And where we are now, you know.
We did that through our comic class.
Yep.
They took the place at the house job, changed the name to the so-called white. Some of the famous judges taking the place. They now like this. He talking like he's the real prophet. He the Captain Priest. The Pope, they ain't there. They worship him like he a god on
Yeah, but they ain't gonna go in that Leviticus 13 though. They ain't gonna talk about no leprosy. They ain't gonna never pull that up. They ain't gonna never say nothing about that. Because it's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear, man. What the prophets are, man. What they look like.
so hard. They gonna ban the body.
Yeah.
When we going to it so strong, maybe they can't say it's false. So hey, they not say, you know what?
Hey, you know they got the 12 tribes chart. They selling it at Walmart now, man. They selling it at Walmart. They know this is true, man. You know, they know the Lord's heritage is a speckled bird, man. It's not every Jake gonna look like John Shack, man. Some of us don't look like so-called white people too.
That's why they
Like Jake like some of the Edomite bitches, man.
Every time I think about that, Speckled Bird, I always think about that scenes where you can't get right had that baby by the Edomite.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be back with that baby.
Yeah.
You up among those, those
Yeah.
Edomites. So, of course, these cows don't look just like them. Because at that particular time, they couldn't take care of their kids like that.
Yeah.
I look at Drake's son.
Right?
Drake's son look like a straight
Like
Edomite.
yeah.
Look at his pop.
Yeah.
He like the farm's color.
Yeah.
Like, dang, 2 generations.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
He got brown hair, blue eyes.
And you see even in the movies and shows, like they got like the Cosby Show. You got all kind of sons and daughters that look like that could be mixed or something like that. It's easy for Jake to play those roles because it's believable because we didn't have children. Somebody get it right quick. We'll start how long is this? Get third eye. GPT third eye and see what it means. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the last one.
Right there. It's like real important. That's your spiritual sight right there.
And
That's what he's trying to cover up.
that's a key point it's going to say too when it reads. Okay.
Third eye refers to a symbolic or spiritual concept.
Go ahead.
Not the real mind. Third eye is an inner eye associated
Intuition, inner eye, go ahead.
insight, spiritual awareness.
Spiritual witness, go ahead.
It represents the ability to see beyond ordinary perception
See beyond ordinary perception, go ahead.
and understand deeper truths.
That's that pioneer plan, man. That's a hot sound for your head.
That was it, right? There's another definition that says it gives you a perspective of an inner perspective to see broader, which is different from keeping the eye of a people because you don't see what's in front of you. You can't see somebody might be standing on the outside with a knife or something, yeah, man, you don't see a smiling person.
Right here, you got a whole on the left side.
So we ain't looking through no peephole. We actually open the door and seeing everything, facing the elements and saying, yeah, what y'all believe? What's going on? That's what the Most High gave us to face the world with this knowledge.
Not as cool, but as wide.
Yep. You can't sit around when you go to.
Hey, that's why when Joe said not the things of owls and dragons. But you know that dragon owl, like you said earlier,
And also it says my enemies are camped about me, round about me. So most high, you have to have a perspective of all your enemies round about you. You know, you get in a fight, you get jumped, and you on him, but you didn't ever see him coming. So you gotta, even when you're in war, you gotta be circumspect.
That's like with the like we say, like we always say with the infrastructure, how they celebrate things, and these are all things that can't gate in bad standing with the Most High, man. So we gotta watch all that, man, and keep our eyes single. Keep it on this straight gate, man.
Going to the word circumspect, it means to look around.
Circle.
Back circle means around and spec means look.
That's it, man. Hopefully it was edifying for those that tuned in on Coming Forth. Men and women. We're gonna give all praise.
Oh, y'all was shy by shoulder. I forgot.
Once they help, what that was shot, the one that you apostle, elder bishop, big millstone. Once I take you, let's see the word from the information.
Water for tuning in. Shalom.